Take a deep breath for a moment. Let your shoulders relax. Let your thoughts slow down. This message isn't meant to rush you, it's meant to meet you exactly where you are. Because there's something important you need to hear about your relationship. Lately, you may have been carrying questions, wondering where you stand, wondering what the other person truly feels, wondering if the connection you experienced was real or just something you imagined. But here is the truth. What you felt was real. And even more than that, what is happening beneath the surface is deeper than you can currently see. There's more going on than you realize. The person you care about has been thinking about you. Not casually. Not briefly. But deeply. They've reflected on your connection in moments of silence, when there's no distraction, no noise, just their thoughts, and your presence in them. Sometimes, people don't immediately express what they feel, not because it's not real, but because it is. Deep emotions can feel overwhelming. They require vulnerability. They require courage. And not everyone is ready to move quickly when something truly matters. The Bible reminds us. Love is patient, love is kind, it always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. 1 Corinthians 13 verses 4 and 7. If what you're experiencing is rooted in real love, it won't be rushed. It will grow, quietly, steadily, and intentionally. Their silence isn't what you think. It's easy to assume that silence means distance, or disinterest. But sometimes, silence means processing. Sometimes, it means someone is trying to understand their own heart before they speak. They may be asking themselves questions like, why does this feel different? Why can't I stop thinking about them? Am I ready for something this real? And while you've been wondering if you still matter, they've been realizing that you matter more than they expected. God is working in the background. Even when you don't see movement, it doesn't mean nothing is happening. God often works in ways that are unseen before they are revealed. For we walk by faith, not by sight. 2 Corinthians 5 verse 7. Right now, things may feel uncertain. You may not have clear answers. But that doesn't mean there's no direction. It means there's a process. And sometimes, God uses distance, silence, and reflection to prepare both hearts, so that when things come together, they are built on something stronger than emotion, something rooted in purpose. You don't need to chase clarity. This part is important. You don't need to force anything. You don't need to chase them. You don't need to prove your worth. You don't need to overthink every detail. Because what is meant for you will not require you to lose yourself to keep it. Be still before the Lord and wait patiently for Him. Psalm 37 verse 7. Waiting doesn't mean doing nothing, it means trusting. Trusting that what is real will reveal itself. Trusting that what is meant for you will align. Trusting that God is not confused about your path, even if you are. You made an impact, don't doubt that. You brought something into their life that they didn't expect. Peace. Understanding. Authenticity. And that kind of presence doesn't fade easily. Even if they haven't said everything yet. Even if they're still figuring things out. You changed something in them. And that matters. What you should focus on now. Instead of focusing on what they're doing. Focus on who you are becoming. Stay grounded in your peace. Stay aligned with your values. Stay rooted in your self-worth. Guard your heart above all else, for it determines the course of your life. Proverbs 4 verse 23. You don't need to shrink yourself to be chosen. The right connection will meet you at your level, not ask you to lower it. Final truth you need to hear. This relationship is not as simple as it looks on the surface. There are feelings. There is reflection. There is growth happening, on both sides. But it's unfolding in its own time. And here's what you need to hold on to. You are not imagining the connection, you are not forgotten, you are not easily replaced, and you are not behind in life. He has made everything beautiful in its time. Ecclesiastes 3 verse 11. So don't rush the story. Don't let doubt take over. And don't lose your peace trying to control something that is still being written. Stay steady. Stay faithful. And trust that what is real, will always find its way back to you, at the right time, in the right way, exactly as it's meant to be.
For your son, support by giving a super thanks up to $100, as a simple act of faith and gratitude. Not by pressure, but by love, saying, Lord, I believe this word and I receive it.
And before you move on from this message, stay here just a little longer. Because there's one more truth your heart needs to settle into. The shift is already beginning. Even if you can't see it yet, something has already changed. After all the thinking, the reflecting, the quiet moments, there comes a point where emotions stop being questioned, and start being accepted. That's where things are now beginning to move. They are no longer asking if you matter. They already know that you do. Now, the real question forming in their heart is, what am I going to do about it? And that question is powerful. Because awareness always comes before action. So in everything, do to others what you would have them do to you. Matthew 7 verse 12. They are beginning to realize that if they truly value you, they cannot continue in confusion or silence forever. At some point, truth requires expression. They're seeing you differently now. Not as someone temporary. Not as someone optional. But as someone who brought something rare into their life. They are starting to compare the noise they are used to with the peace you brought. The surface level connections with the depth you carried. And for the first time, they are understanding the difference. Every good and perfect gift is from above. James 1 verse 17. You were not just another person in their life. You were a lesson, a mirror, and in many ways, a blessing they didn't fully recognize at first. But they are beginning to now. Why things still feel slow? You might still be wondering. If all of this is true, why hasn't anything happened yet? Because real change doesn't happen instantly. It happens in layers. They are not just dealing with feelings for you, they are also facing their fears, their past patterns, their emotional readiness. And that takes time. The Lord is not slow in keeping His promise, but is patient with you. 2 Peter 3 verse 9. What feels like delay to you, may actually be preparation. Preparation so that when they do step forward, it's not temporary, it's intentional. You are not meant to carry this alone. One thing you must not do is carry the weight of this relationship entirely on your own heart. This is not your burden to fix. This is not your responsibility to force. God did not design love to be one-sided striving. Cast all your anxiety on Him because He cares for you. 1 Peter 5 verse 7. Release the overthinking. Release the pressure. Release the need to control the outcome. Because what is truly meant for you will not require you to break yourself to hold on to it. Something is being prepared, not just revealed. This isn't just about them realizing your worth. This is also about you stepping deeper into yours. You are being reminded to choose peace over confusion, to choose clarity over chaos, to choose self-respect over chasing. Because when this connection comes into alignment, if it is meant to, it should meet you in a place of wholeness, not uncertainty. The ending isn't written yet. Right now, you are in the middle of the story. And the middle can feel uncertain. But don't mistake incomplete for ending. Being confident of this, that He who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion. Philippians 1 verse 6. If something real has begun, God is not careless with it. He completes what has purpose. Final words for your heart. So here is what you need to hold on to moving forward. You don't need to chase what is meant to come to you. You don't need to question your worth because someone is still growing. You don't need to fear silence when there is something deeper being built within it. Stay grounded. Stay patient. Stay aligned with who you are. And trust this. If this connection is truly meant for your life, it will return not in confusion, but in clarity. Not in fear, but in truth. Not in hesitation, but with intention. Until then, protect your peace. Honor your heart. And keep walking forward in faith. Because what God is aligning for you will never require you to lose yourself to receive it.
For your son, support by giving a super thanks up to $100, as a simple act of faith and gratitude. Not by pressure, but by love, saying, Lord, I believe this word and I receive it.